Okay, good morning to everyone. In our previous lecture, we covered the topic of nucleation, and now we will plan to move towards the point of condensation. In our current lecture, we will try to finish the topic of condensation. In day to day life, we already heard that the word of condensation, and in our human life, we also find out or we also observe the condensation process practically. Okay, so inside the image here, one image was given. Okay, so this image indicates that some of the water vapors was deposited onto that glass window. Okay, it means condensation on a window during the rain shower. Okay, whenever rain was stopped, and if we observe there was some water vapors, water molecules was deposited onto the where onto the glass window, and that concept we also observed during the winter time also. Okay, fine. uh, During the winter season, whenever if you visit outside during the early morning time, at that time you can find this kind of condensation process on your vehicle's mirror, or somewhere of the house mirrors. Okay, so this thing was also applicable during the process of crystal growth deposition time, or during the thin film growth deposition time. It means some kind of condensation process was also happening during the condensation time. Okay, so what is meant by condensation? So here I have given some definition of condensation. So condensation is the change of the physical state of matter from the gas phase into the liquid phase. Getting my point? And is the reverse of vaporization. Okay, you you might be know how the rain was formed, how the cloud was formed. Okay, and how the water was goes inside the cloud, and how whenever that some kind of cool air was interacts towards the cloud, at that time rain was fallen down. Okay, that thing we already learned during our high school time as well as in our bachelor time also. Okay, so the definition indicates that condensation is the change of physical state of matter. Physical state of matter, see the word physical state of matter, from the gas phase into the liquid phase, and is the reverse of vaporization. Okay, it means whenever the molecules which is available inside the gas atmosphere, and if that gas molecules are cool, at that time it converts into the liquid phases. Okay, and is is the reverse of vaporization. Okay, so the condensation of a vapor atom is determined by its interaction with the impinged surface of the following manner. Okay, so this is the famous example which I have put it here, which I have mentioned here. So from this example, you can see in how the condensation was obtained. This is the first window, and this is the second window, and how the how the vapor particle was stuck onto the air, and how that time the liquid drop was formed. Okay, so the impinging atom. Okay, these are the atoms that gas phase atoms. Okay, that atoms, they are attracted to the surface by the instantaneous dipole and the quadrupole movement of that surface atom. Okay, and at that time that atom was converted from gas phase into the liquid phase, and this is the this process was happening during the vaporization time. Okay, it means I have written here on the collision of a vapor particles, on the collision of a vapor particle, whenever the uh, gas phase, if we hit the water molecule, at that time the water molecule was vaporized. Okay, and at that time that vapor particle is nothing but a, that particle is available in the area of gaseous phase. Okay, so on collision of vapor particles with the substrate surface, the vapor particle possesses a definite mobility, and the particle moves so long on the surface unit until it takes place a fixed place. Since the binding energy of a vapor atom to the substrate is usually smaller than the cohesion energy. Okay, so here the smaller than the cohesion energy. It means whenever that particle was deposited or was stuck onto the substrate, that time the energy was very smaller. That, and which energy? The cohesion energy. Okay, of the vapor atoms to each other, and the vapor atom diffuse a sufficient energy is presupposed, and until it meets another vapor atom and finally form a nucleus. Okay, and during the condensation time, finally the nucleus was formed, which we have already discussed in our previous lecture, that is the nucleation. Okay, it means whenever the vapor particles, whenever the vapor particles whenever the vapor particle was collision onto the substrate surface, at that time this thing was happening, and this nucleus formation at the beginning at that coating process preferentially takes place at defects on the substrate surface and first generate islands. Okay, this is the word of island which we have discussed in our last lecture. Okay, and it means the constant growth was happening, and the island grow into one another until it continue film develops. Okay, it means the condensation time the nucleation was formed, and the uniform coating or uniform growth was happening onto the film substrate. Okay, so as a result the atom loses its velocity. Okay, it means during the condensation time, whatever that atom was vaporized. Okay, that we, it means that the vapor particles, okay, it means that the vapor particles and the atom loses its velocity component normal to the surface in a short time, and provided incident kinetic energy is not too high. Okay, so here some kind of interaction was happening. Okay, so we can observe inside the figure also, it means the vapor particle was interacts onto the glass. Okay, and here glass is the substrate, glass is the what? Substrate. Okay, so the growth of the nucleus depends on the coating condition. Here the growth of the nucleus depends on the coating condition. So here I would like to say that the vapor atoms is physically adsorbed. Okay, here inside this figure you can observe that, or I can say that the vapor atoms is physically adsorbed, or we say that the adatom. Okay, if the vapor particle was adsorbed onto the glass, here glass particle, or we can say that the glass substrate, at that time adatoms was formed, and but it may or may not be completely thermally equilibrate. Okay, it may not be thermally equilibrated, or it may move over the surface by jumping from one potential well to the other, because thermal activation from the surface and its own kinetic energy parallel to the surface. And simultaneously here the adatoms, whatever adatoms has been finite. Okay, whatever adatoms was formed here, whatever adatoms which is adsorb atoms from the vapor particles. okay, and that atoms has the finite stay or residence time on the surface during which it may be interacts with other atoms to form a stable cluster. Okay, here number of atoms was absorbed. Okay, and they are what they are interacts with each other. This atom interacts towards this direction, this atom attracts towards this direction, this one attracts with towards each other. Okay, and at that time what will happen, the stable cluster, okay, here look at here, this stable cluster or stable deposition was formed, and we can say that the stable cluster and be a chemically adsorbed with the release of the heat of condensation. Okay, and at that time the if we release the heat means if we stop the vaporization, okay, so what will happen, the cluster was uniform cluster was formed here. Okay, so that the same thing and same chronological phenomena was also found during the deposition of thin film. Okay, and the condensation process we can obtain. Okay, so therefore condensation is the, we can say that the condensation is the constant equilibrium between the adsorption and desorption. Okay, here after the some time, here after the some time, uh, look at here, I will erase this part for your better understanding purposes. Okay, after the condensation we can say that, just a minute, here if some vapor particle was deposited here. Okay, so what will happen after that, the condensation is not of an equilibrium between the adsorption and desorption process. Okay, it's only happening during the adsorption process only. Okay, means vapor particles are adsorbed onto the glass plate, onto the glass substrate. Okay, so same kind of phenomena was also obtained or also applicable during the deposition of thin film. Okay, so whenever if we hit the metal particles, if we hit the metal particles into that physical vapor deposition time, okay, and if we plan to deposit a metal particles onto our substrate in the form of very thin layer, okay, in the form of very thin layer, at that time the metal particle was evaporated. Okay, and at that time the it converts in a vapor form, that is nothing but a vapor particles. Whenever the metal particle was melted or some kind of metal was evaporated, at the same time vapor particle was created. Okay, means inside that chamber vacuum is present, and if there is a vacuum, so it may be there is no any other extra impurity was present, which I have already discusses in our maybe a first or second lecture. Okay, fine. So that vapor particles was continuously travels inside the vacuum. Okay, and finally what will happen, that vapor particles was deposited onto the substrate. Okay, and simultaneously that deposition, if we stop that evaporation, or we can stop the thermal treatment of that metal particles, so if that system was off, or if that system was closed, or we can say that the whatever deposition process was started, and if we say that that deposition was stopped, at the same time that evaporated particle was cool. Okay, and they are number of atoms was deposited onto the film, number of atom was deposited onto the film, and after some time what will happen, that evaporated particle was spread. Okay, at that particular position, and they are in interacts with each other, they are interacts with each other. Okay, and due to that reason, what will happen? The uniform coating or uniform layer of coating was formed. Okay, so after that, the condensation, the nucleation was also formed, which I have mentioned. The word the nucleus was form a nucleus. Okay, so this is all about the condensation. So I will show you one of the example of condensation for the better clarification purposes. Okay, so look it into this next slide. Uh, what we are observed here, any influences exerted by the residual atmosphere can therefore be neglected in a first approximation. Okay, during the condensation time, any influences exerted by the residual atmosphere, okay, whatever we are planning to deposit or whatever amount of vapor particles are available inside the atmosphere can therefore be neglected in a first approximation. Okay, so that we can eliminate by using some kind of technique, otherwise we have to neglect that one. Okay, and if we take the condensation experiment, if we think about the condensation experiment, so of this type of film are normally produced at the very low deposition rate. Okay, so if we plan the condensation experiment, so in that case the deposition rate is very low. Okay, it requires a very low deposition rates. It may be around 0.01 to 1 monolayer per second. Look at here, per second. Inside the 1 second there are that much amount of monolayer was formed, so as they afford sufficiently long observation period. Okay, and if we plan to deposit a very thin and uniform coating layer, so it's need a very high period of time. Okay, so mono means single. You have to keep in your mind that the mono means single and single layer. Okay, and if we plan to deposit a multiple layer, such as during the application of energy purposes, there are CZ thin film was formed. C means copper, Z means zinc, T means tin, and S means sulfide. And if we want to deposit such kind of material onto the film, so that the in that case, first we want to deposit a copper atom. Okay, and copper is the metal. Then zinc. Okay, we know the properties of zinc. Then tin, zinc and tin both are the metals. Okay, and finally sulfide. Okay, so in that case, four types of materials we are going to deposit it onto the substrate. Okay, that's why in that case we call a multi-layer. Okay, and here monolayer. Okay, so during the deposition time, very low deposition rates are applicable for the condensation experiment. That is, the rate is 0.01 to 1 monolayers per second, and these deposition rates correspond to the vapor pressure. Okay, the deposition rate what totally depends on the vapor pressure. Okay, and having the inside the that chamber, whatever we are planning to condensation or condensation experiment was started, and if we plan to deposit some kind of metal onto the substrate, in that time the vapor pressure is required approximately or around 10 raised to minus 8 to 10 raised to minus 6 torr above the condensate. Okay, so if that much amount of vapor pressure is available, so we can start the condensation process experiment. Okay, so here I would like to give one example. Okay, for your better understanding processes or purposes. For example, if however bismuth or silver, bismuth is the atomic formula is Bi, atomic formula is the Bi, and silver is the atomic formula is Ag. Okay, so if however bismuth or silver are deposited at the substrate temperature of 100 degrees Celsius, the condensate has a vapor pressure of 10 raised to minus 16 to 10 raised to minus 29 torr respectively. Okay, here bismuth and silver having a very large or very strong melting point is required, very high melting point is there. Okay, and if we are planning to deposit that kind of material onto the substrate temperature of 100 degrees Celsius, the condensate has a vapor pressure of 10 to minus 16 or 10 to minus 29 in between them. Okay, so that much vapor pressure is required, and the resulting super saturation, that means the vapor pressure of the atoms stream, or we can say that the vapor pressure of the condensate stream is nothing but a vapor. Okay, stream is nothing but a, we can say that the in Marathi word vap. Okay, so vapor pressure of the atom stream or oblique vapor pressure of the condensate, and therefore extremely high in case of point 10 to 8 to 10 to 21 respectively. These are 10 to 8 or 10 to 21 is the vapor pressure in terms of torr. Okay, keep in your mind that the 10 raised to 8 or 10 raised to 21, it might be a 10 raised to 8 or in between the 10 raised to 21, that is the vapor pressure limit during the condensate time. Okay, and there is accordingly general agreement that in the condensation of thin film the critical nuclei are very small. Okay, in the range of 1 to 6 atom. Okay, critical nuclei. Okay, which we have discussed in our last lecture. Okay, that is the nuclei or nucleation. So if we want to deposit a bismuth or silver, okay, so at that time the general agreement that the condensation of thin film, the critical nuclei is very small. Okay, and inside the surface or inside the substrate, the atomic range or atom range is around the 1 to 6 atoms only. Okay, so due to that reason, uh, this is one of the famous example of condensation. Okay, so for your better and one more clear confuse, I'm planning to say some one more example for your better and clear understanding purposes. Okay, so let us imagine that we have a glass. Okay, which glass? That glass means which is made up of silicon, or we can say that the transparent glass. Okay, if we put that transparent glass onto the table, and if we put some amount of ice inside that glass. Okay, just imagine we have a transparent glass which is made by a silicon, or we can say that the simple transparent glass. Okay, not a metallic glass. Okay, so if we put that glass onto the table, okay, and the if we put some kind of ice, or we can say that some amount of ice into that glass, okay, and keep as it is that glass up to few minutes, we can say that maybe a 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Okay, and after that what you will observe, after few moments what you will observe, tell me something, what you will observe. This is all about the condensation, and this process was happening during the thin film deposition or thin film growth. Okay, or growth of thin film. Fine.